We saw Warren Buffett take a stab over the weekend, and then this morning, Uber is said to be agreeing to buy Postmates for $2.65 billion. Uber shares up nearly 8% ahead of the open. How much will consolidation, as Tom was asking about earlier, how much will that consolidation really be the hallmark of the months to come as companies look for any advantage from an economies of scale perspective in this economy?
Look, I think you will see a lot more M&A here simply because the primary funding markets are open and cash is available, and there are going to be winners and losers. And this is the kind of economy and market where relative strength will matter more than if you have a decently growing economy. And so I think you will see more M&A, and that is positive for the market. I think the Berkshire Hathaway news over the weekend, also very positive. I think that's part of the reason you're seeing the futures up this morning. That's simply Buffett's back in, and if Buffett's back in, it can't be that bad.
When you said you were looking at your outlook and you said the economy of 2030 was brought forward 10 years, what does that mean in terms of where you want to invest?
So what that means is the structural changes that we've all been aware of, whether it's retail or tech or 5G, you know, the kinds of consumer behaviors that were slowly happening, that were visible and creating some shakeouts, now have been turbocharged. So whatever you thought the economy was going to look like in 2030, we're getting it now, and we're getting it next year. So it means that certain softline retail is probably going to struggle very sharply, and you've already seen it. Certain kinds of businesses simply cannot survive this going forward. Consumer behavior will not change entirely, but it will on the margins, and that's where you're going to see problems. I think the healthcare sector is a huge place to invest here. You will see so much money and investment coming both at biotech and large cap pharma and tech to deal with some of these, some of the data issues that you need to get healthcare right. That's all going to be accelerated.
Alicia, will corporate behavior change? And is the thing that we're missing here is we're going to see an M&A boom like we've never, ever experienced before?
So this is the interesting question, and I think this is where politics comes in a little bit. I think you will see an M&A boom. There's not a lot of time left to get these deals done before the election. So I think, you know, left to their own, that you will see a boom. I think there has to be some eye to what the regulatory picture is going to look like after November and whether certain tie-ups will be viable or not. But everything else being equal, you should see an M&A boom here. Yes, cash is plentiful.